Ooh, YouTube, I'm so sorry. I know it's been a minute. I've just been real busy. It's COVID. Come on, cut your girl some slack. I've been plotting. I have a lot of things that I'm gonna come out with. I've been writing them down in my notes. So this is just a start. I've been investing in new stuff. I got new lights. I got this new lens. Your girl's taking it up a notch for you guys because I really want my channel to start growing a little bit more because I got stuff to say. This time around, I asked you guys what you wanted to know about lesbian sex. I know I've done a lot of videos about sex, but this time I wanted to ask you guys, mainly because I wanted to hear your opinion, but also, I just really like this subject. How do I even start? I didn't even give you no like pre-game foreplay, nothing. I'm just diving right in. Okay, this is a good start. How does it work? I should definitely know by now, but I'm kind of afraid to Google it. Thanks. How does it work? Well, let's put it this way. Two women usually get pretty naked and they do things where intimacy is physically represented in their own specific ways. And you know, you just like kiss each other's lips and then it ends up going from like these lips to those lips. Then these come into play and then toys come into the play sometimes and you don't stop until you just got a knockout. Like that's pretty much when it ends. Yeah, things like time don't exist. Like it could be 12 a.m. when you start and then all of a sudden the sun comes up. It's an experience. It's an experience that is very vastly different throughout all lesbians, and the one common thing is that we come a lot more than straight people. So, AKA the best thing ever. I think that's what you should take away from this. Yeah. What do you really do when you're having sex with the opposite partner from you? You have sex. You need to understand that every person, every woman is gonna have their differences when it comes to what they want. Sometimes when somebody's completely opposite of you, it's actually the best sex. But then sometimes when somebody's very similar to you, it's the best sex. It's all objective. It's all based on your personal experiences and attractions and likes and things that you find pleasurable. So if this is the first time you're doing it with somebody who is opposite of you and you're a little scared about it, you might want to be honest with the person. Be like, hey, I've never been with somebody like you before and I don't know what to do. Just guide me. Usually, 9 times out of 10, that works. It's not usually awkward unless you're like, hey, what do I do? Sex in general, you should have open communication. You should be very open with speaking to one another and creating space for people to do that. How do you not feel guilty after sex? Why are you feeling guilty? That's the real question. What are you doing, sneaky? Unless it's like you're sleeping with someone you're not supposed to be sleeping with, or you did things you weren't supposed to be doing, or you were too aggressive, or you fucked up. Any of those things I kind of get. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, being communicative and talking about it, you can just ask afterwards and be like, hey, where do we go from here? Hey, I'm sorry I did this. Like, you just be open about that experience because you don't need to feel that way at all. You should always just feel like, yes, that was good. But here's the thing about those who feel like it just wasn't good. For me, I process it like this. Maybe it was just a weird night, or maybe, you know, they're not feeling it, or it's just, you know, not a good time. And then try to explore again. That's just me. A lot of people are just like, sorry. And after that second time, I will have my answer and then I can talk to the person and be like, hey, this is how I want to proceed. Usually they're fine with it because I'm communicating. We're all adults. I mean, if you're watching this, I hope you're an adult. Do you believe in the term losing your virginity? No, because in the heteronormative world, men that penetrate a woman is considered sex. If I give you a blowjob or if I finger you or do anything else, it's not sex. But all of a sudden, if 2 women have sex, there's no dick there. So then how do you judge that? Just like everything else, they made a rule based on heteronormative standards, making us feel invalidated about virginity and giving us names like Gold Star if we don't have sex with men first, like we're a pure lesbian, like all that bullshit. And it's unnecessary because at the end of the day, virginity is a social construct. It's dumb. We don't need it. You have sex the way you have sex. Some people barely come, some people come a lot. Some people consider if you do come, that's, you know, sex. Some people consider just doing foreplay as sex. Some people consider just penetration as sex. It's like, that's all opinions. So like, what the fuck is the point? Do what you do, fuck virginity, and go fuck. How does the first time feel? I still didn't try anything yet. Oh man, are you guys babies on here? Don't be watching this if you're a baby, oh my god. My first time with a woman, because I don't consider my times with men anything fun or legit anyways, but my first time with a woman felt amazing. It felt like my eyes were opening up to a whole new world of just pleasure. I mean, even though the partner wasn't the best, it was still an experience that I was like, oh, this is why everything that was missing, like plugs in my head that were disconnected, just finally connected. Like, yeah. It's a lot. But if you're on my page and you're like openly gay already and you just haven't had sex yet, it's gonna be great for you. Why don't most lesbians like dildos that look like realistic dick? Because first of all, why do you need a dildo that has balls on it? Please riddle me that. It's unnecessary. It makes it 10 times heavier than it needs to be, and it blocks that part from where it hits your pelvis. At least for lesbians. Because in my opinion, you just need something that does the job. You don't need a replica of something that doesn't need to be there. Nobody wants no dick over here. Okay, sir. We're good. And we have it in a certain way that gets the job done even better. All shade. And that brings me to my next question, which is, do studs come from strapping? First of all, not just studs strap, okay? Let's get that image out of your brain. But also, yes, absolutely, I do all the time. It's like 80% mental, but like 20% physically stimulating. The mentality of it is like, I'm seeing so much right now. Like whatever position I got you in, is hot. Like I'm seeing your face, I'm hearing your moans. We got certain grips going on, the energy is flowing. The whole nature of it to me is just so sexy. I feel like men tend to get way more overwhelmed with what they're feeling as it's happening, that they're just gonna do whatever it takes to come in that moment. Like they can't hold the pace anymore, or they kind of ruin the rhythm, or they stop all of a sudden because they can't, like it's a physical thing that they have to achieve, you know what I'm saying? So when you're doing it as a woman and you're not actually in there feeling all that, you have more control mentally to keep the pace going, or to keep going. If she wants you to keep going, you can, because you don't got nothing stopping you except like exhaustion. So that leaves more space for you to think about all the things that are happening, what to do. And then I think what gets you there to come is that combination of all that visual stuff and the mentality and the energy of it, combined with like a little bit of pressure there. As long as you're wearing a strap harness, I usually like to just wear it bare naked. I don't know why women do the boxer briefs or anything, because it just limits certain things and like it flops around a lot. And if you do have a sturdy one, cool, but I feel like I'm 110% sturdy with the straps. Like I'm locked the fuck in. I can move it and position it any way I want for me to hit those angles. Pro tip. And then on top of it, you just got that pad there that can flex and move a little bit, so it's like your clit is being stimulated, and then you got like pressure. It's hot. If you don't like it, that's cool. It's just not your cup of tea. But it is my giant coffee mug. Can I have lesbian sex with you? Whoop. You guys are wild out here. What are some good conversation starters when you want to start introducing toys in the bedroom? This is actually a good question, because this has happened to me almost every single time. Like I just said, I really like using my strap and I like using certain toys, and some women don't. So you have to play the game safe, because you don't want to just be like, hey, let's go. Let's go. Don't be doing all that. Like a lot of the times I don't throw it out on the first night, because you just want to have more of an intimate experience and get to know the person, and then you spice it up later. So what you can do is use text before. I could be like, hey, how was that? How was our time? How'd you feel? And then I usually kick it up a notch, like, oh, like how freaky are you? Or like, what you trying to do next? Or like, how you trying to spice this up? Have you tried it before? How do you feel about it? A lot of the times too, like you just be fucking somebody so good that they're craving more, and then they're like, pull it out, like where is it? Let's go. I've never given head before, so I just want advice or tips on what to do. Yes, finally. Let's talk about what not to do first, because a lot of you don't understand the anatomy of a vagina. Real quick, understand this. But you got the flaps out here, the outside flaps around the vagina, then you got the clitoris, then you got your little pee-pee hole, and then you got the vagina, right? The inner lips and the outer lips are sensitive. Play with them, use them. The clit, everybody thinks they're just gonna go right there, immediately jump on it. Don't fucking do that. Understand that that's the most sensitive part. Understand that that is a very big tool that you should be paying attention to, and understand that the size matters. This applies for women, yes it does. From most of my personal experiences, the bigger the clit, the less sensitive it is, and the smaller, the more sensitive. Most of the time when it's bigger, it has a lot more skin layers, and therefore you can't feel as much, and when it's very small, it's extra sensitive, because the clit is not just outside of the vagina, that little dot there, but it goes back as little strands into your organs inside your body. Extends inside, and that's why you end up orgasming through that. So because it's so small and it's closer, it's gonna be a lot more sensitive. So you're down there and you take note of the size. Then you adjust to what you're gonna do next and how you're gonna make this work. Using your tongue is important. If it's smaller, you want more surface area to be covered. You don't wanna be so rough on it, and usually you don't wanna touch it. I know it sounds counterproductive. You wanna do a lot more action like sucking and pulling the skin. Real quick, to all those women out there, if you take your pictures like this, that's gotta go, because I already know your head is trash. I'm sorry. Sorry. And I say that to say is like, if you were to kiss somebody and you're just like this the whole time with your tongue, nobody wants that. Trust me on this when I say keeping your tongue soft, long, and flat to guide and pull and do all types of things, because what you need to treat those lips like are lips up here. You need to take your time and kiss it, love it. But if it's medium or bigger size, you're able to do more on top of the clit. Like you're able to flick it a little bit, you're able to do some little squiggles on it, like you're able to play with it and do a lot more. You're gonna have to if it's bigger because it's gonna take a lot longer. But I say all that to say, don't touch it for a while. Take your time with the inner thigh, take your time with the lips, take your time with the skin around. If they're tense, if they're jerking, if they're not making any noise, if they're uncomfortable, clearly, if you're still not sure if you're doing it and you're doing all the things I'm telling you and nothing's working, ask them. Be like, hey, does this feel good? Are you okay? Or you can even be real hot and be like, show me how you want it. So after taking a good 5 to 10 minutes before you touch it, there's different ways to stimulate it. So there's the number 8 that people talk about, or doing the alphabet all over it, which is nice. I feel like that's a good progression because now you're touching the clit a little bit. You're not like right on top of it. Because like I said, it's sensitive. So the more that you take your time, the more it's gonna go well for you in the end. People underestimate suck it. And what I mean by that is not just finding the clit and then just sucking the life out of it. Like just, you know, it's kind of like sucking a dick. Like it really is. It's just like you got the head of it and then you got the skin around it, right? So it's kind of like the more the skin that you pull, and then you can kind of use your tongue to glide across the clit. That shit right there. That shit right there. Now, usually only pulling out the flicking and stuff if the person has already come and then they want more. Like I want more out of them, so that's when I'm gonna take the next step into, and that's when I usually like really grab onto somebody and like, I'm giving away a lot of details here. Let me stop. And then I bring my way down, and then once you get down there, you would spend another good amount of time getting more out of them and literally eating that. That's why it's called eating. So that's just a small portion of how to do it. Yeah, you're welcome. How to scissor? That's another great question, because this is the thing. A lot of people picture scissoring like this, right? Like one of the legs goes sideways. I mean, some people, that's their thing. That's cool. But for me, you can do it better. This only usually works for people that are like relatively the same size. But when you're able to do the same positions you would do as if you had a strap on, that's where it's at. Then you're able to bump coochies in a way that feels really good. Like those positions to me are like top tier. So for example, I'll lay down flat, right? And I'm gonna have my legs closer together. I'm not gonna have them open or sideways. So if she's facing me, she can have her legs around, right? And then I got a good grip. Usually that shit has great contact. If they wanna face away, this is something that is top secret. If they're facing away from you, get their legs to go under your legs. So you're like this, laying down. Their legs are going under here. So they can slide, and then their ass is right here. When I tell you, I can't even tell you, but just experience it for yourself, especially if they know what they're doing. Oh my God, let me stop. Is it really intimate? Let me put it like this. Yes, like 110,000%. It literally gets so intimate that it drives women crazy. Like literally they'll move in with each other the next day sometimes. It can be so powerful that it makes women do the most. There's a lot happening visually, there's a lot happening internally, there's a lot happening with emotions in women and estrogen in women. When that connects and works, it's extremely powerful. And I feel like a lot of us underestimate how crazy good it can be sometimes, and only women will get it, which is the best part. It's way better than any other partner's sex, in my opinion. I'm sorry, you get the best of all of it. And because you're sharing that anatomy and you're sharing the same experiences in the world, I feel like mentally it's so much more stimulating, and therefore it is way more stimulating down there. Last question, how do I get better at it? Well, Anonymous, you keep doing it. And doing it and doing it and doing it well. Because it's like anything else, the more you practice, the better you get at it. There's levels to it. I've learned from every single one of my experiences, and I feel like that's the only reason I got better. Not because I had a lot of sex, it's because I took away different things from each experience and then I applied them to help me be better. It's great. I love it here. So go out there, practice safe, healthy sex, mentally, physically. Get yourself checked. Make sure you're eating good food so you taste good. Pro tip, do what you want with all this information. Like I said, be safe. I love you guys. Peace.